The clip we just saw, well, did Doofenshmirtz, is like the leader, well, not really, did he like change all that?
When you get to the future, we realize that because Perry didn't escape the tinfoil ball and Doofenshmirtz did, Perry was in a full body cast for 18 months and Doofenshmirtz got a toehold, and from then on, the agency was just trying to play catch up with him, and Doofenshmirtz ended up being the ruler of the tri-state area.
Why did you make the floating baby head?
The floating baby head was... in the Halloween episode, we have this board artist who's this sort of mad genius named Mike Dietrich, and we gave him a section of the Halloween episode and just said, just put a whole bunch of really scary things coming down this hallway. And one of the things he considered really scary was a giant floating baby.
Really made us ask Mike. Wow, dude, what's wrong with you?
So we were putting it together in animatic, and we felt like it would be funny to bring the floating baby head back and have Candace comment on what does that even mean.
I have nightmares from that floating head.
It's a bizarre thing, and so we've continued to sort of put it back in because it makes us laugh.
I think the nice thing is as soon as somebody asked us when we were originally pitching stuff, why is the floating baby head there? If somebody just asked the question, it makes us think, oh, we're glad we put him in. Because if we're confusing people, we're doing a good job.
How do you make the animal voices?
I guess that's directed to me. Trying to stay on the show.
Because if it's directed to us, the answer is we hired D. Bradley.
I do a good chicken, but that's about it.
You know, a lot of it is just kind of squeezing my throat together and pushing out air. And then there's the ones where I squeeze my throat together and suck in air. Which are, it's like variations of a pig squeal is very useful, which is a, and that can be modified into a, and it can be further modified into there's a lot of
You're scaring Tyler, by the way.
I see the child has left the microphone.
Tyler's looking at us and saying, you know, I didn't sign up for this.
But it's messing around with silly sounds that you already know how to make, and then pushing it and continue to make more and more, and then you start to get kind of a database of weird sounds that you can go to whenever the idea strikes you, I guess.
I'm another mom, and we have a dad over there too who is also very grateful that you make the show play to both kids and adults. Is that a conscious thing, or are we just playing into the kids and ourselves?
We just try to make it funny for us and not exclude children from the audience. We just don't do anything that we think, as a parent, we wouldn't want our kids to do.
We're both fathers now. I got my son who's 8 sitting down there somewhere, and I always make sure it's something that I would want him to watch and to laugh at, and I also try to make sure that my wife who's sitting there, who's Dutch, if I can make her laugh, and she's Dutch, if I get them both, it's a good double. So we try to make sure it's something that we're proud to show our family, and that's kind of the secret.
That's great, thanks.
How was it working with Corbin Blue?
He is a genuinely nice kid.
He's a super, super nice guy. We love Corbin. We were a little disappointed that they promoted that one episode so much as Corbin was going to be the guest star, because that's just the episode we sort of introduced that character in. He has an episode coming up where he has more than 2 lines. I felt like, people are going to tune in to see Corbin Blue, and he literally has 2 lines in the middle of the episode.
Next episode,
there's a whole episode.
He does great. But we've been really lucky with all the people that we've had come over and do voices on the show. There's a lot of people that we're very popular, very big stars like Corbin, and every single person has has been a genuinely nice, centered, grounded, really great folks, and they've been a joy to work with. It's made it really easy.
What happened to some of the people that were in the show?
What was that? Sorry?
What happened to some of the people that were in the show that I don't see today?
We're not going to tell you what we did with them. I've got Ashley in my trunk out back. No, the people are busy doing other projects. Allison is in New York filming Step Up 3D, I think, and Ashley's doing something with the music thing. So sometimes the schedules don't all work out, so we can get everybody here.
It's a big fan of the show, and good job, and you guys deserve the Emmy or Oscar or whatever. And then,
From your mouth to...
I don't even know what it is. But is Phineas and Ferb like ever gonna get hurt where like their parents like are just like watching them and then like they're in the hospital or something?
I don't want to.
We'll do our best not to have that happen.
Good.
Okay.
Thanks, man.
We're good? Okay. Thank you for being here, and congratulations on all of your success. And just want to say that, I mean, as we can see, music's a big part of the show, and I was wondering if there's going to be the Carl the Intern the Musical, because I think that'd be super sweet.
Well, not per se, but he does have his own theme song in an episode coming up in Swiss Family Treehouse. He goes on a mission himself, and we have this rockin' spy theme song for
Carl the Intern.
Carl, he works the camera. Carl, he knows what all these buttons do.
That's awesome.
Why in almost every Phineas and Ferb show, Dr. Doofenshmirtz says, "Girls, you're buried in platypus," when Perry beats Dr. Doofenshmirtz.
I don't know, he has a lot of inner rage that he hasn't dealt with. He may be off his meds, I'm not sure what's
He
going
had a
on.
tough childhood, and he's got a lot of anger issues. He tends to take them out on the parents.
He blames, anytime anything goes wrong, he blames it on Perry because he's the yin to his yang.
He blames all of his shortcomings and failures on other people. Getting a little preachy there. Sorry. We mostly do it because it's funny and it makes us laugh.
And he always refers to Perry the Platypus by his full name. He never says Perry. He always says, "Oh, come on in, Perry the Platypus." He always does that because Sarah Goldberg, our casting girl, said it was funny when I did that in the very first record. And she's like, "You should do that." I was like, "I'm okay, I'm going to do that from now on in."
Thank you, Sam.
Why doesn't Ferb talk very much?
Well, we figure he's a man of action. He really only speaks when he feels that there's something really important to say. Other than that, he lets Phineas do the talking.
Phineas tends to be a bit verbose, so a lot of times it's just like, well, he's handling it all.
It made us laugh.
For us big kids, this show reminds us a lot of another show, the Animaniacs, and but it's a different vibe. It's more intelligent because the kids are creating stuff. And I was wondering, have you noticed the similarities between that show and your show? For example, Ferb or Phineas is like Yakko Warner, except he's smart to put together plans to build things.
Well, we were sort of the wrong age for Animaniacs. I've only really seen a couple of episodes, but I always thought they were really cute. I'm not familiar enough with the characters to really see where the comparisons are, but the episodes I saw were really sharp, and I'm happy for that comparison.
We're fans of any humor in animation that's smart, sharp, quick-witted, and so yeah.
And the other parallel is there's a lot of music in Animaniacs. There's a lot of music in your show.
Yeah. Well, we just always, to us, Swampy and I, when we wrote on Rocko's Modern Life, we'd always write songs because we feel like the shows that we saw when we were young you know, we can still sing sugar, ba-da-da-da, ba-ba, ah, honey, honey, and everybody here can sing that. I bet you